And then no one argues with this. Jesse Hogan was a dominant forward performance of the year down there at GMHBA Stadium. 7 goals against the Geelong defence. I know it's undermanned, and I know there's Geelong defenders missing, but they know how to play this ground as well as anyone, obviously. But he just continues to do what Jesse Hogan's been doing for a while now. Reigning Coleman medalist, the best contested mark, along with Max Gawn in the competition. He had 22 touches, took 9 marks, kicked 7 goals, 1. He's up to 369 career goals as well. Cool. So it's a fantastic story, this one, Jared. And this is one of the great wins of the year, going down there. When they needed to win, with pressure on, there was a few cracks starting to appear. Jesse Hogan got him across the line with some help from some midfielders that got moving again in their back half. So there they sit. All right, so the 3 votes, Jesse Hogan. He's a remarkable figure in our game. This is his 11th season. He starts his life as a pick 2 and goes through travails. He's at his 3rd club, and now he's probably had the 2 seasons that he always promised. You've been thinking about this a lot. What's the moral of the Jesse Hogan story? Well, I think it's timely, given the announcement coming out of the Western Bulldogs today around Jamarra Ugle-Hagan. And that is, this is the greatest example for Jamarra if he wants to get a hold of something, and even for other clubs. Jesse Hogan was in, well, when I say trouble, he found himself in all sorts of situations and circumstances that had Melbourne cutting him loose after he'd kicked. He'd gone 44, 41, 20 and 47. Melbourne haven't had a big key forward, desperately needed, yet they had to let him go. Yep. Fremantle took him. He had 2 really ordinary years, 13 goals, 5 goals, and then they had to let him go on the basis of not just footy but off-field stuff. And he was in a hole. Jesse, so he was living in the headlines to a far greater degree than Jamarra? Yeah, and you go back to Perth and you're only a 2-team town. So we know what Jamarra's gone through. We know where he's at in his footy, and we'll announce where, what's the next twist in that. But Jesse Hogan was Jamarra, is what I'm saying. Jesse Hogan had all of these issues, and by the time Jesse had left Fremantle after the 2 ill-fated years, he had 170 goals to his name from 90 games, and it looked like his career was gone. No one wanted to touch Jesse Hogan. Eventually, the GWS Giants said, we'll have you for pick, I think it was 58 or something, 3rd round pick. So Jamarra's career has stalled. He's played 67 games for 103 goals, averaging at 1.5. Jesse averaged 1.8 when he was at the Crossroads. Don't give up on this guy is the message from, well, for me tonight, because we are now lauding Jesse Hogan as if not the most important player in the league. He's in the best 5 players in the league. He is a contested marking animal, Coleman medalist who kicks big bags of goals. You can't find them, Jared. They are as rare as rocking horse poo. And then you've got this bloke here. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get there, but don't give up on him. These blokes go through the trials and I don't know Jamarra, and I don't know, what he's been up to, and I know he posted that stupid thing about Nick. He looks like he's immature and battling. Jesse was in a similar hole, and he was given a chance. He got into an environment, I don't know, I think Shane Mumford had him living at the back of his house with his family. Penny dropped. He is now arguably the most important player in the competition. Picked up for nothing. No one wanted a bar of him. Sound familiar? Yes. So don't give up on yourself, I would say, is the first for Jamarra. Step there. And that's what's happened today. So Jay Clark and Lauren Wood published the story in the Herald Sun that he's gone to an interstate health retreat, which is a polite way of saying he's gone to rehab. So this is the moment of facing up to his challenges and to his demons and to the responsibilities that may or may not lie ahead. But for all that we've known, a lot's been said, but not much has matched with actions. This is the first positive step action-wise. Is this we've from seen his camp more than 6 months. This is his own choice. Right. So the Western Bulldogs haven't. No. This is so the AFL has laid out a program that he can take up or not, and that's going to determine his football life. But this is much more about his real life first, and so to take that step proactively, and who knows is 2 weeks, 2 months, however long he needs to get himself into a condition where he's in a better place in his life, and then whether he wants to contemplate football. The last step, which will run right ahead to the last football step, is whether too much damage has been done in this environment for it to happen there. You say don't give up, but it might be the next club or the next. This is not a reflection on the Western Bulldogs, because I suspect they've done everything they can in this space, and I suspect it would be in another environment. But I would love if Jesse Hogan could pick the phone up and say, the life you're leading now, you think it's good and you think it's exciting and being out and about and all that. I'll tell you what else is another really good life. Being the best forward in the competition and contending for premierships. That's a pretty good life to lead as well. And that's still there for you if you want it.